What's going on, guys? It is the Lone Courier and I am here to talk to you guys about Fallout 4 Automatron DLC because the trailer just came out for it not too long ago and I felt like I want to talk about it on my channel because, you know, that's what I do on my channel. I talk about things. So yeah, the Automatron trailers just came out and it showed off quite a meaty chunk of what's going to be in the DLC. It gave us a little brief example of the new crafting system for the robots. It gave us a brief glimpse of some new weapons that might possibly surface with the DLC, and it gave us quite a big view of the different robots with the different modifications for them. So it seems that there's going to be a lot of different things happening in this DLC, and it might give us a lot more content than what we originally anticipated, because originally I thought this DLC was just basically going to be like robots added into the Commonwealth a lot more and you had to fight them, but it seems that there's going to be a little bit of a quest line. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too long. I don't think it's going to be a very long quest, but it seems that there's going to be a quest involving the Mechanist naturally because that's what it showed off, but there's also going to be a bit of hunting down robot parts, which is going to be quite cool because, you know, hunting down loot is something I like to do in Fallout because, you know, I just like to hoard shit for no apparent reason. So yeah, the new robots that have been showed off, you know, they're just basically in the game with the exception of the Robo Brain. There's a lot of different ones that you think that's not in the game, but it's just a different robot with a few different modifications. One of them I did see in the trailer, I think, was a Protectron with sort of SentryBot style legs, you know, these motorized like treads, like a tank sort of, which is kind of cool, but you know, Protectrons are weak, so it's not really that cool, I guess. And it also seems that they're going to add in iBots, which is something I thought was kind of a letdown because there's a couple of iBots in the Commonwealth, but you know, they're not really like Edie or anything from Fallout New Vegas, you know, or Eddie, I don't know how you want to pronounce that. They're just kind of, you know, shitty ones for Diamond City. You know, there's not any cool ones that actually have some kind of combat feature, such as the Enclave iBots from Fallout 3, which it seems that there's going to be now because I did see an iBot a couple of times in the trailers, so that's going to be pretty cool. Also, it seems that they're going to be adding in some new weapons. Now, one of them I saw, I'll probably try and put it up on screen right now if I can manage to get a screenshot of it, is a sort of alien blaster looking weapon. It looks pretty cool. I don't want to break this trailer down and be like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, you know, like half the other Fallout YouTubers are no doubt doing, but, you know, that's not what kind of YouTuber I am. I prefer just to tell you about what I think about the trailer overall, and it seems it's going to be pretty cool. You know, like, I don't want to seem too biased towards the game because, you know, I love Fallout, and I want to just, like, have a go at this DLC from a more balanced sort of viewpoint because, you know, since I'm a Fallout fan, I'm going to love it no matter what. But, you know, there's some people that'll think, yeah, but some things aren't exactly as good as they could have been, so I'm going to try and do that for playing the DLC. I'll no doubt do a playthrough of the DLC at some point on my channel when it comes out, so that will be there, as I will also do a DLC playthrough of all the other ones except from Wasteland Workshop, because I don't think that will exactly include any quests. If it does, I will include it, but if it doesn't include quests, I probably won't include it if it's not gameplay, you know, just some random gameplay showing off stuff. And then I'll do a playthrough of Far Harbor at some point. But yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about with this DLC, and that is the new robots. Now, the Robo Brain, in Fallout 3, the Robo Brain was never really much of a threat, you know, it's just kind of a random robot you seem to like a lot of in the what was it, the Capital Wasteland, sorry about that. You see it quite a lot in the Capital Wasteland around DC. There's a lot of them randomly strewn about the place, such as with a lot of the other robots in Fallout 3. It was never really too much of a serious threat, you know. It's kind of just like a robot that, you know, it just kind of kicked about, and it wasn't really too threatening, you know. It's quite easy to kill, personally. And it seems that it's going to be pretty much the same in Fallout 4. I hope it's a little bit more threatening because, you know, the Robo Brains, they weren't much of a challenge before. You know, I don't want it to be like SentryBot tough, but I kind of want it to be a bit more like a glass cannon, you know, have quite powerful weapons. Kind of like a Mr. Gutsy in a way, because they're not exactly the strongest enemies, but in Fallout 3 they weren't exactly the strongest enemies, but they had very powerful weapons, so that's definitely one thing. a few other things with the robots in this DLC. It seems that there's going to be like sentry bots and like assaultrons and a lot more like cool kind of robots as well, because you know there was assaultrons in the game. There weren't too many of them because they were like used by the gunners, so it's going to be cool to sort of see like a lot more assaultrons because they were quite tough. And you know, it's a shame to see enemies that are quite tough not be used enough, because you know, I kind of prefer fighting tougher enemies. I don't really like fighting level 1 raiders all the time, you know. So it seems that they're going to be adding in quite a lot of new robots. Sentry bots as well, that'll be pretty cool. I like just seeing sentry bots because there's a lot of different modifications that can be done with them. Because in Fallout 3, you know, they had the classic mechanized like sort of treads, you know, they moved around on treads like a tank. And I think in Fallout 4 there's some of them that actually have feet, which is pretty cool. And you know, it'd be just cool to see all the different kinds of sentry bots and different kind of robots that there can be, because you know, that stuff's just fucking awesome, you know. So yeah, a few other things I want to talk about with this DLC, and that is going to be the new weapons that are in the trailer. There is a few different weapons that have been showed off. You know, there's stuff like it looks like a super sledge, but not a super sledge at the same time. Instead of having the whole sledgehammer thing on it, it's got like a little saw blade in the end of it. That looks pretty cool. There's a few more laser weapons that look pretty cool as well. One of them that I saw, I thought it looked like a gauze rifle, but it fired lightning instead of an actual gauze round, which is pretty cool if that is a thing. You know, I'm probably just getting it mistaken with, you know, other things that are in the game, but that seems like pretty damn cool, you know, because, well, gauze rifles are awesome. And I just hope with the new weapons that come in, they aren't too expensive if you're going to buy them. And I hope you can just find them, like unique weapons, rather than having to buy them. I don't really like having to buy unique weapons, you know, that's the one thing I really dislike in this game, because when you start playing this game, it's really hard to find caps, you know, like unless you've got cap collector or, you know, like perks like that, it's rather hard to find caps all the time. So I hope these are unique weapons that are just in random places. And there's a couple of like places in the game where you can already see stuff that might be in Automatron. You know, there's the blueprints that you can randomly find on walls that have like blueprints or schematics for like sentry bots and shit like that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, with the DLC, I just hope that it'll have quite a lengthy amount of quests to it, because you know, I've pretty much finished the game on my main playthrough. You know, I've got over 7 days played. I think I'm about level 80 or so, and you know, I just hope there's a lot more than just 1 or 2 quests, because the whole Mechanist quest line seems pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Another thing I want to talk about is the release date for this DLC. Now, seeing as they've released a trailer for it, I think it'll come out somewhere in the next 10 days. It doesn't seem like they're going to release it today or tomorrow. I could be mistaken, like, don't get me wrong, I could be mistaken, but I think it will come out in the next 10 days or so, you know, it just seems more likely to do that, because they release a trailer, you know, roughly a few days before they release the DLC. You know, it's not going to come out today or anything like that. So yeah, a few other things with the Automatron DLC that I actually hope that they do. One thing I hope is that they add in some more options for workshops, maybe, you know, like maybe some robot themed stuff. Maybe you can get some more robot guards going on, which would be pretty awesome. With the new robot system though, there's the new companions that you can get, how you like build your own robot companion. I just hope that they're not weak as fuck and they actually are quite powerful, because, well, it just kind of seems like they're going to have a sentry bot which is going to be OP as fuck when you're having to fight it. But as soon as the sentry bot's available to be your companion, it turns into this little weakling that Dogmeat could probably beat in a fight. I just hope that if there is a sentry bot available to be your companion, it is actually quite powerful. And I hope you can put a little hat on it, you know, kind of like Ironsides from the quest to help out the USS Constitution. I hope you can actually put like hats and shit on sentry bots, because Ironsides look quite cute, you know, when he had his little hat on. That's fucking awesome. So yeah, I hope they do a lot of things with Automatron, but you know, most of all, I just hope that it's good, and I hope that the quests aren't exactly shit or anything like that. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier. If you've got any opinions on the DLC, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys and hear what you guys think. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. It's been the Lone Courier. Peace.